Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Cult Film and Review. This week we're reviewing the 1983 slasher Pieces. It's actually a fan pick by Enigma 8014 out there on Instagram. Thanks for the pick, man. We watched it and we're going to tell you about it. So I'm going to shut up now and let's start the show.
Your Hollywood system stole our sex and co-opted our violence, so there's nothing left for our kinds of movies.
I did not hit her. It's not true.
Klopex? Klopex.
Klopek. Up yours, baby.
Me and Bubba, my little brother, listen to you every night.
Where in the hell are we?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Hey guys, this week we're talking about Pieces. It's a 1983 slasher film. It's definitely foreign. It's Spanish. It follows a killer in 1942 who kills his mom, comes back 40 years later, and starts building her out of body parts from students. So my first question then is this movie a satire or is this a real movie? Because it is. I feel like it's genius or it's really the worst movie ever. It's one of the two.
There's no way this is a satire.
Yeah, there's no way that
There's
it's genius.
no way. I mean, it could be genius in its in how bad it is, and that it's so bad it's good.
Yeah, but
and
dude,
that
even-
can be that's genius.
The script to me,
But-
like some of the lines, I feel like were actually written as intentional jokes, and I'm like, this. I feel like they knew it. They had a comedy on their hands.
I totally disagree.
I
too.
disagree.
Me too.
I think the translation of it came across weird to American audiences. Like that's what how I felt like the script was written. Like you said, they'd make certain jokes and cracks that I'm just like, that doesn't really like make sense to me. But I can tell that it was like some kind of a joke.
Yeah, like
I don't think it translated very well.
I was about to make some tea, but I bet you'd rather have coffee. Like what?
It's the other way around.
No,
I think this was an accident. I don't think
that's how it goes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But what's the punchline?
Oh, no. I think he said...
that was like the
I
punchline.
think
He was like saying because she was like a woman, she'd probably rather have coffee, which I was like, that
That doesn't make
weird.
any sense.
She would rather have tea, right?
I don't
tea
know.
is feminine. Tea, right?
Tea's
Isn't
feminine,
that
right?
what it means?
That's
Right?
that is
Well,
Guys
I-
don't
that-
drink tea.
We should be hesitant to try to analyze stuff too deeply
wait.
about this movie because I feel like headaches.
I feel like we should just get into it deep and figure out what the true meaning is.
Wait, but he was British, right?
Who was British?
Who?
The dean that makes that
No, this movie takes place in Boston. He was American.
he was
Yeah.
American
They're all
Yeah,
American.
they're all
How
American.
did you not catch that?
This movie takes
because
place
some of them had British
Is that a
accents.
joke?
No, they didn't have accents.
That's
They
just
just
the
talked.
ADR.
They just talked
Oh.
American.
Okay.
They just talked American.
You obviously don't understand. You didn't. Did you watch the right movie?
Well, their lips didn't sync up with the audio at
No,
all.
that's terrible.
Perfectly. What do you mean?
No way.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the dubbing for a second here. Then, what would could you complain about?
Nothing syncing up.
Yeah.
Nothing does.
And
sing up.
obviously,
Not at
some
all.
of the actors were speaking a different language, which is fine. You know, like we accept it when we go into like a Lucio Fulci film,
Yeah.
right? You know, that's fine. But in this one, it just seemed so mixed and obvious that it was either they're not speaking the same language and it just got dubbed over, or it was just completely out of sync with their lips,
Yeah.
which gives it its charm a little bit.
It does
think
give it its
so.
charm a little bit because even the characters' voices
Mm-hmm.
like are just like I'm like I don't know if that's really how that guy sounds.
Yeah. No, there was nothing believable about
No.
the actors they got to overdub.
Yeah,
Nothing.
Believable. You know, and poor Willard's voice. Just kidding. Willard
The
was
pirate,
Willard was fantastic
chainsaw wielding pirate.
with his winky eye.
Yeah.
His just twitching stare that he did in the
Just
camera.
going,
I love when he's like lovingly polishing his chainsaw after cutting down a tree.
Like,
Yeah.
It's like a
maniacally
victory
laughing.
thing. He's
Yeah.
like, I conquered this tree. And
Yeah.
he's like thanking
He loved
the
his
chainsaw and Odin at the
Again.
same time.
He loved his job, guys.
Yeah.
He just loved it.
So there's a bunch of body counts in this one, but I just want to bring up the first one. I don't even feel like the first one counts.
Is it the skateboarding?
Yeah,
one?
it's a skateboarding accident when
She
she
doesn't
skates
die.
into the
She doesn't
mirror.
die.
It immediately cuts to her on the lawn.
Yeah.
For some
There is
reason, they
no-
showed you that scene. Had
They
nothing
do
to
that
do with
scene.
it.
That's
it,
the-
was-
I
it was
didn't-
comedy.
nothing
That
to do
was
with anything.
inserted for a joke. That was like supposed to be a funny scene.
Is that what it was? Because I
So-
had no idea that was the same girl that was just on the lawn.
Yeah.
No, it
it
was.
was.
I think that scene, and there's like, there's another scene in the movie where like the kung fu guy just jumps out of nowhere, and I think those are inserted to almost be like, hey, this is funny. Let's let's make like some random scares and audiences will laugh at it, but the delivery is so terrible and like
You don't think it was
not expected.
You don't think it was not a joke, but it was some fabricated attempt to try to like capitalize on things that were popular at the time?
No, I think it
You don't think he was just like, you know what's cool right now? Kung Fu.
No, I
Let's
think
put a Kung Fu guy in there.
I think it legitimately was just put in there to be like, oh, this will be funny.
It was,
And it's like
the
somebody
Kung
who
Fu-
doesn't know how to tell a joke.
the Kung Fu guy. The Kung Fu guy was put in there as a favor.
As a favor?
Yeah,
Oh, did you read this?
yeah,
Are you being honest?
yeah.
Okay, why? What favor?
He was a Bruce Lee stunt double or stand-in, and was doing movies over there, and had something to do with the company. So he got that part in the movie. They just kind of threw him in there. That part.
just that random
Yeah.
scene.
They
could-
Just throwing judo chops left and right.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do, bro.
Jesus.
Sometimes when a lady sneaks up on you,
Way to type.
who's a pro tennis player and a cop,
Yeah,
both,
which she never really acts like a cop ever in the entire film.
because she's undercover. Mary's undercover the whole
well,
time.
even when she's like out investigating, I don't feel like she's a cop in any way. She just looks
Is
like
it 'cause
somebody's
she's always-
walking around.
is
Nobody in this film is a cop in any way.
No, that's true.
not
They're
even
the
the not even the dressed up officers are cops in any way in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know any cop that would deputize a college student that could potentially be,
Oh,
a suspect.
I love the cops in the opening of the film. The cops that come into the,
Oh, yeah.
into the room with the blood.
the murderer must have got away.
Looks like something's not right here.
I better check around, and they immediately open the closet door, and there's a head
he's
there.
Like, he's like,
It's a bloodbath. It must be an animal or
and
something.
the way he opens it, it's just so like crisp and just out of place and just like, oh,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I felt like those two cops were perfectly choreographing like their movements.
My favorite scene is when the woman in the pool gets chopped up, and the cop brings in the anatomy professor. He's like, "What would you say? Would you say that the chainsaw was the thing?" And it's just like
The chainsaw sitting right there.
right. And like, what did he do? Hack her to death with a machete, and then take the blood and smear it onto.
I know it's like
to cover his tracks.
I don't think the chainsaw was involved. It's just like what the. Who
What's
are
your
these
expert
cops?
opinion?
You know what? I
Well,
thought?
there's a bloody chainsaw on the ground and
Okay,
a
so
woman in
Speaking
pieces.
of the chainsaw, though, I kind of thought it might make more sense if he was an axe wielder because he killed his mother with an axe.
That's what I asked when
Yeah.
I was watching. Like why did he graduate to
But-
a chainsaw?
and I'll tell you why, because he
But after
upgraded.
the- but
Because
after-
all a chainsaw
No.
is
Were they-
a more efficient axe.
After
Well,
the
hold on.
chainsaw,
Hold
after
on.
the chainsaw, though, he downgrades to a knife.
Do you think it had something to do with marketing? Because look at the way
Yes,
they
that I
marketed
agree.
it. They what was the tagline?
you don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw.
Yeah,
massacre.
what are they playing on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah, that was totally a marketing ploy. Absolutely.
because it really didn't make sense for him to be using a chainsaw.
All right, so
No, it's
No, wait,
loud
it
and-
totally makes sense for him to be using a chainsaw.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does, because he's chopping people to pieces. It's
Yeah.
a very efficient
You can
tool
do
for
that with an
chopping
axe.
somebody's
But he-
body parts.
He's basically
so I've been
reliving
told.
the event of of killing his mother, and if psychology wise, you would think he would just use the same weapon.
Yeah, but
Now he's upgraded to a bright yellow chainsaw.
well, because he wants to chop people to pieces in an efficient manner, you're gonna want to go with some hardware.
well that and his chainsaw is kind of like Thor's hammer because apparently he's the only one who can pick it up.
Yeah, he's
don't
the only one who can make it
don't
up.
touch that chainsaw.
And it always returns to him no matter where he leaves
yeah.
it.
Why
Always
is
leaves it around.
why is the anatomy professor always invited to all the crime scenes?
But
He's an
the cops,
expert.
The cops probably can't afford like an actual like CSI person.
And he's
so-
like touching the evidence.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I wanted to correct myself real quick and tell you about why the Kung Fu guy is in there. It's because the producer Dick Randall was simultaneously making Kung Fu films in Rome. A cameo for Bruce Lee imitator Bruce Lee, just one E, was written into the film, even though the scene makes no sense in the context of the rest of the film. So it
Still
was done-
ridiculous.
You know what?
Still
Done as a,
ridiculous.
done
Can
as
I
a
say?
favor.
Good friend. Good
Right?
committing to keeping your
Right?
promises.
Yeah.
What is it? It's a slasher film. Do you have room for my Kung Fu friend?
No, well, you do now. I'm writing him in.
He's in now. Very big. Bruce Lee 1E.
Just one.
Just one.
What I don't understand is why he passes out. Like, he just passes out. He says, like, I ate some...
I thought he got shot with like a dart or something, but it's just never explained.
No, it's explained. He ate some bad chop suey, which is about as racist as you can get.
He goes, "Oh, I ate some bad chop suey." That's how he says it. It's like, oh god.
Oh wow, that's
super
stereotypical.
Asian.
No, when I eat the for real though, when I eat bad chop suey, I just like I said, I just start throwing fists at women. I don't know why.
Start flying through the air doing some Luke King
It's
kicks.
just the most ridiculous.
What's funny is it's like a full-on fight scene before he realizes, like, oh, I you know, like I don't
Well,
know
I
why
don't
this
even
happened.
think- He didn't even realize because the only reason he stopped was apparently his stomach hurt. That's the
Yeah.
only reason the fight stopped. If he hadn't eaten the chop suey, he would have probably beat her ass.
All right, guys. So one of the things I want to talk about is probably the most important thing in the film and probably the most exciting thing in the film. And that is that goddamn exhilarating tennis match. And we're going to talk about that more when we come back.
Hey, Miss Riggs,
Kendall,
what happened here?
well, he jumped me. There he is.
Oh, hey, it's my kung fu professor. What's the story, Chow?
Oh, I am out jogging, and next thing I know, I am on ground. Something I eat. Bad chop suey. So long.
Take it easy.
Hey, guys, we're back, and we're talking about the 1983 slasher Pieces. It is a Spanish film, if you didn't know, and it has a very famous tennis scene in it between Mary Riggs, the tennis pro, and some girl that is a college student there that gets killed in the locker room.
Topless.
Topless. No, she was. Oh yeah, she was topless. She was fully nude
She
in
was
the movie.
running through the locker room topless, right?
I thought she was fully nude.
She may have been fully nude.
Oh wow. Well, either way.
Anyways, let's focus on the tennis scene. I mean, it was pretty obvious that neither of these women have ever picked up a tennis racket before in their lives.
I love.
Everybody was very
And-
entranced
oh,
by this tennis
And everybody
match.
was into the game, and they were looking at they were following the ball faster than these ladies were hitting it,
Totally.
and they were like lobbing it in the air. Just
Yeah. It was like they're playing. What's that one with the shuttlecock and thing? What is
yeah,
that called?
because Mary didn't move.
Did they think that by making that scene long made it more intense? Because that did not work.
Again, going back to it, there's like so much stuff in this movie where they thought this would work or this would work, but it's just poorly executed.
But here's the funny thing about that scene. I can tell that whoever wrote this film or even maybe the director was committed to this scene because there is no damn reason why the police officer woman who's going undercover has to also be an ex-tennis pro. Like, that's such a weird thing to come out of nowhere. When I first heard it, I'm like, why is she a tennis pro? Like, she could have been anybody. This could be 21 Jump Street. Could have been anything.
Yeah.
She could have just been undercover. Like, yeah, we're going to put you as a teacher. Why make her that added thing of a tennis pro? And I'm going to tell you right now, it's because he probably wrote, I got to have a tennis scene in this film, and I'm going to commit to this.
Well, tennis was real big in 1983 over there, huh?
Well,
right?
think about like the from the police standpoint. Like, all right, we're gonna put somebody in undercover. You're undercover at a school. We don't want to draw too much attention. You're gonna be a tennis pro. That's your background. Like, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, why are you here? Why are you?" It's like it doesn't make sense if you're gonna be
But
undercover.
how do you get a
But she
made-up
already was a-
persona of a tennis pro,
No,
a
no, no.
famous person? I'm a
She
tennis pro.
wasn't-
Never heard of you.
she-
Got me.
No, but she was a tennis pro, and the guy recognized her immediately.
That's true.
Wow, they're really big. In
It's the
tennis.
first thing he says. He's like, "Aren't you Mary? Yada yada yada."
Well,
the
what's funny
tennis
is
pro?
keep in mind this takes place in Boston, so people in Boston must be all about tennis. If
It
I'm
could
to
be.
deduce that from this movie.
It could be.
Well, obviously, those look like just like people passing by that were watching. It didn't look like they were there to see a match. It looked like they just kind of stopped along the way.
Well, what kind of college is this? Is it like
It's a very
straight up university, or
Yeah.
is it like a?
Yeah, I think it's a university.
I'm not gonna lie. I got a community college feel from this whole place.
no.
No, wait, when
what?
she's going to the bathroom, do you know how many hallways she has to go down to get there?
Yeah.
That's a huge campus.
Well, I mean,
It's a huge camp.
a lot of the buildings in Boston are really old, so they repurpose a lot of these things.
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
Damn. What do you mean?
Purposing.
What do you? Well, like when I went to film school, it was like in Tammany Hall, and it was that building's been around since like I don't know, like the 1800s or something like that.
Okay.
And they just repurposed it as like a small film school.
Was it the 1800s or ye old 1800s?
Probably ye old 1800s.
Okay.
I got
Yeah.
a very film school vibe to this movie. I felt like, did somebody actually make this in college and like just gore it up and put a bunch of boobs in it, and it worked. And then I realized, no, that's not the case. But that, for some reason, the quality of it, this was shot on 35 millimeter, apparently. I think it looked like shit.
Oh, it did.
It
Yeah.
did.
It did.
They got
Looked
that cheap.
terrible.
They got that cheap 35. I want to know Kodak.
It's like the
No.
shit that
Yeah.
fell on the floor from some Hollywood.
That's
That was like
that's
that.
like Kodak B stock.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
like
that
They got a
recycled.
discount.
We fucked this up, so you can buy it for cheaper.
it was like reversal film or something like that.
So, but I don't know. That kind of took it away from me, like a little bit, as I got kind of a student film vibe on it.
So what was worse? I should say, what was worse, the tennis match or the cops?
The cops. Easy.
The cops.
I
yeah.
loved the cops. I
I
their
love the
characters.
cops.
Like they're
Yeah,
great.
no, I know they're endearing, but in their horrendousness,
They're just the worst cops
they
ever.
are the worst cops. And that one, he's like the whole movie, he's just trying to get a light.
Well, yeah,
Nobody's
the guy
got him.
Oh,
Nobody's got him.
Rick
or Riggs or whatever.
Bracken.
Riggs.
That's Bracken.
Riggs
Riggs
from
and
Lethal
Murtaugh.
Weapon. Riggs and Murtaugh.
Bracken.
Sergeant Holden.
love him,
Sergeant
dude.
Holden said some of the most ridiculous things.
Like,
I can't give you any of them because there's like 6,000 of them, bro.
I know.
They
It's,
do have-
so
they
there's
do
so
have-
many lines in this movie.
They do have one of the best like copper lines I've ever heard, which was we're just we're at a department store trying on clothes
What
with
the
no
fuck
labels
does that mean?
and seeing if they fit.
What does that mean, Kyle?
That was
Please
a line from
explain
the
that to
fucking-
me. No, I know it is. I just have no
I don't know
idea
what
what
it-
he's
I've never-
talking
I've-
about.
I've watched plenty of film noir. I've never heard like a cop say some shit
Did
like
you guys
that.
get a giallo feel on this one? I did. Definitely with like the cloaked man, like his outfit, the gloves,
the fedora?
He was
Yeah.
The
based,
fedora and the
the
nice
mystery
shoes.
of who the killer
he was based
is.
off of the
This-
Shadow.
I was gonna say the exact same thing.
No, that's who he was based off of. The killer was based off of the Shadow.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Are you fucking with me?
No.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, right.
Source material. you know?
IMDb, look it up.
That's deep. I don't know about that.
That's funny.
That sounds like somebody wrote in on IMDb. It's
No.
like add a
They don't.
add
You
your own
can't
comment.
just write in.
I don't
Well,
know.
it makes sense because the only
You
time
have
you
to
ever
be an
see
elite
him
member.
is he actually is a goddamn shadow. Like, no matter where he's standing, he's
no,
in
no,
a
that's
shadow.
not true.
Yeah.
The very first kill, he's like
Broad
daylight,
fucking daylight,
with
right?
goggles on and like a scarf, a heavy wool scarf.
I was a scarf or a ski mask or some kind of snow accessory.
It was
goggles.
very wool.
He's got like goggles.
I still think.
Well,
it's
he's got to
Willard.
keep incognito, and everybody will recognize him.
Yeah, maybe he was trying.
Somebody might
trying
see
to
him.
look like the groundskeeper.
Did you guys think it was the anatomy teacher at any point?
No,
Yeah, it was too obvious.
I brushed off the anatomy teacher after the pool scene.
Gotcha.
I was just like, don't care.
I like
whatever.
that it kind of did keep me guessing who it was going to be, even though I felt like I knew who it was.
How did you not know?
No, I know it because like I would expect like okay, they're going to introduce the killer like early on because that's the twist. You know what I mean?
I hate to
And
say
how
it.
did that kid get away with it? Because they're terrible cops.
Yeah.
They're terrible,
Yeah,
horrible
yeah,
cops.
that's
What
And,
kid?
like the kid who killed his mom.
Oh, at the beginning,
and then,
I got you.
And
he's
then the babysitter or whatever was just like, I'm just gonna take him to his aunt's.
yeah. She
Well, yeah,
knows
the-
everything
well, the
about.
co-
Take him,
the-
with no
the
questioning.
cops were like implying that like the kid survived the attack.
Yeah,
you know?
that's
It's
what he
that's
wanted
the
to
most
look like.
ridiculous thing ever.
And the chainsaw's left everywhere. How do you not take it to evidence?
He's wearing gloves.
No, just take the chainsaw away. Take it off the campus, please.
Said no more chainsaws
Yeah.
on the campus.
Just take the chainsaw off the campus. No, they just keep on like,
Well,
give it back to Willard.
we were discussing they have an endless supply. It seems like of chainsaws.
Well,
in
Willard's
this
there.
movie.
He's cutting down the. He's doing all the stuff. So maybe he's got like multiple chainsaws.
Favorite effects. Let's talk about favorite effects.
Chick getting her arm cut off in the elevator.
That was cool.
That was
That
cool.
was pretty
fucking
cool.
solid. I mean, this movie it misses on so many points, but the special effects are pretty fucking.
I'll give
on
it.
par.
I'll give it its special effects.
They're
It
good.
does.
They're
They
really
are
good.
Like,
The
The chick cut in half in the bathroom stall was pretty sick.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and that looked great.
I
too,
even
when they
liked
go
the
back
first
in.
scene when she
What
gets
was
her
the-
head chopped
There was
off.
there was a line about like the detectives in the bathroom when she's cut in half. They say something about her being cut in half, like she's cut in half, and it's like, well, duh. I don't know. Their lines.
Let's move on because these cops are idiots. Nothing they say is cool
I don't know about
remotely.
But
Yeah, again,
that's what makes it so great.
I'm
No,
gonna
I
bring
know.
back the point that they did deputize a college student to help them with the investigation.
We did.
And
Yeah.
he went
Kendall.
down to the police station to go through evidence and find leads.
I don't know if I
Like-
liked him. He bothered me.
What, Kendall?
Kendall?
Yeah, Kendall bothered me.
I wasn't a fan of his character.
No, I'm glad he got his balls ripped off.
So,
Oh, well, spoiler alert, last scene of
so
the fucking
favorite
movie.
favorite effects.
Favorite effects: balls ripping off.
The ball rip off.
No, I did get me. I didn't see it coming.
Who?
you know?
Yeah, because who expects a dead body to rip balls off?
Great. Yeah, it's amazing. But no, all the
Spoiler
ones,
alert.
all the ones you mentioned, definitely. Favorite scene. It might not be the best effect, but favorite scene that involves effects would be the waterbed death.
Yes.
And it's because it's so brutal, and I love that they did it in slow motion. Like, I almost feel like they're doing a lot of that now in like music videos, shooting in like 60 frames a second and slowing it down.
Yeah.
So you get that smooth slow mo. I feel like they did it in this film, and like during that kill scene, which made it
Well, that
even
was
more
a huge.
brutal.
The slow mo thing was a huge thing in the 80s.
I like
and-
that the
and cult
resurgence,
films.
I guess,
Yeah.
is kind of, you know, I like seeing it again.
I like though the effect was fantastic. He stabs her in the back of the head and it pops out her mouth. And
Yeah.
it looked really good.
Yeah, it was a cool scene, and it definitely.
So with the gore, do you think that's how it got its? Because it's a grindhouse.
Obviously.
It's a grind. Well, no, it's a grindhouse feature, but it's kind of late to be a grindhouse
No, it's
feature
not.
in '83.
Plus, dude, drive-ins, man. This movie really
Yeah, I don't
got
think-
known
You don't think
in
it's too late in
drive-ins.
'83?
No, I think it's at the tail end maybe, but yeah, Chris nailed it. It's more of a drive-in kind of
It's
midnight.
definitely one. If you want to take a girl out to the drive-in
and get some.
and see a ton of
get
boobs
some.
that aren't hers.
Take them to pieces.
Take 'em to
Go
pieces.
see pieces. You'll be so many boobs on screen. It'll hypnotize her to want to show her boobs to
Do
you.
you think that's a foreign film thing that how free they are with the female body? 'Cause
No.
they just throw. Dude, this movie has
Mike,
more.
why are you getting all uncomfortable over there?
I'm
with
not
the boob
uncomfortable.
talk?
He is.
Yeah, you're getting all
He is.
tense.
You can always see it on his face.
No,
There's a lot of boobs in
He's
this
like,
movie.
oh,
There's
we're
a
going
lot-
into
there's
what
a-
subject.
There's a lot of boobs in this film. There's a lot of that, but I also feel like it was the one character thing that made any kind of sense in terms of the killer, because he seemed to have an issue with women.
I don't think he had an issue. I think he
No.
had an obsession.
Yeah, but sexuality seems to be something that he hated. It kind of went on that kind of like slasher trope of, you know, having sex is a fucking death sentence.
because his mom beat him
Yeah, because his mom beat him and
for liking naked
for
women.
liking naked women.
Right. So do you think he had some kind of like malicious intent towards now naked women? Like, did he take
Yes.
on that?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think obviously that on the psychology, I would
Because
totally say
almost
that.
all the women that do get murdered, other than the girl that's on the lawn, really
Her
are in
ass is
some
showing.
sort of like sexualized position where
Yeah.
they're
She
taking their
was
clothes
kinda
off
like-
or they're doing this.
She
or they-
broke a lot of laws and a lot of mirrors with that skateboarding.
well, maybe he was. Yeah, maybe it was just.
Well, wasn't she sunbathing on the lawn?
Yeah.
She was sunbathing. No, but she wasn't nude
Oh,
sunbathing.
she was studying.
She was
Well,
just
She was
studying.
on the lawn at the campus. I don't think anybody would be nude sunbathing.
Right.
And no
there
one,
was those two doing it
that's-
for some
that's-
reason, like
yeah.
randomly.
That just.
that was another one of my favorite things too. It's like, why there's no one around on this campus in the middle of the day with a guy hacking a
It's a
girl
low
in
budget.
pieces?
It's a low budget.
It was behind the bushes. It was behind
It's
the
that
bushes.
big of a campus.
Yeah,
that,
it's
like
like Central Park and.
It
the
wasn't
biggest
behind the
campus
bushes, like where
Ah.
she was. Where she was like on like the open part that faced the road. It seemed like.
I don't know.
He
Where
just
she was.
walks
I
up
know he
and-
looked through bushes to see her. So
I think that wasn't that the view we were getting of Willard though, because Willard was behind the bushes, looking at her.
and he came up from the front.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so on the subject of women and this guy's killing women, and he's piecing his mother together.
I think he's actually piecing together the woman on
in
the
the puzzle.
In the puzzle he's trying to piece together?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I got.
Because
he
he's
never quote.
so infatuated with the jigsaw
well, he
idea
never
of
really
putting
got
things together.
to finish the puzzle, did he? Before his mom caught him.
Yeah.
So
he
it's
didn't
like-
Right.
finish it.
So now
So he's doing it in real life, and then
Yes.
that's his
Yes.
crazy
yes,
thing. Okay, so that was his end game.
Yes.
And then to bring it back to life like Frankenstein so that it can rip the dicks
I
off.
don't
No,
think-
it
I don't
just-
think there was
the rest
any
of it worked.
intention
It
of
worked.
that.
It just came back to life on its own.
Yeah, for no reason.
No
whatsoever.
reason whatsoever.
You think
just to get that extra
Just like
scare.
there's Bruce Lee with one E in this movie for no reason.
Well, we found out what the reason of that was, but the
Story wise, there's no reason.
the corpse that is made from the body parts of several dead women just suddenly coming to life grabbing his crotch and like with just one hand like ripping through denim and pulling his balls off. Like
I think that was a statement.
Okay, no, but going back to what the mother thing, why did he put his mother's shoes on the corpse if he doesn't have some sort of relation to like trying to piece?
Well, he also has. That's true because he also has the
that's
dress. He also has the dress of her in the beginning when he's. Pulling
why
out
does
the
he
boxes.
have that, by the way? Why does he have bloody shoes?
All
and a
the
bloody
evidence?
dress? Yeah.
Because these cops are horrible.
Yeah, what does he have to worry about? He's good.
No, I think what he was
It was
trying,
the
he was trying to
easiest place to get away
recreate
with a
his
murder.
mother. Did we miss that point? He
No. Well, that was the question.
he's
Originally, it
trying
was like
to recreate
Is
his
it-
mother.
he is
his
trying
mother?
to
It's not
recreate
yes,
his mother.
random-
he is.
okay.
Yes.
See, that's what.
It's not the puzzle he's trying to recreate.
And
it's the
that's
mother.
why at the end when he puts the shoes on and the one falls off, he goes after the next girl, the lady cop, Mary,
Mary.
because he knows her feet will fit that corpse.
And he hits her.
There we go.
With a very powerful drug.
What is that he's dropping in there? What like?
That she can't move her body.
I don't know. It paralyzes.
said
her,
it.
Yeah,
though.
that is crazy.
It just dawned on me that this.
And she's screaming from the inside, and you can read it on her face.
I feel like that performance was pretty good.
That was a pretty good performance. I imagine it's pretty hard.
She's
to
the
play
best actor.
paralyzed.
She's the best actor in the movie,
Yeah, she was pretty good. I agree.
hands down.
It just dawned on me that this film is Friday the 13th in reverse.
Is it?
Like, where Friday the 13th was his mother and then went to Jason. This is like Jason trying to recreate his mother and build her back up to be the next murderous
Oh, well,
creature in the next sequel.
I made I
Okay.
made the
Yeah.
connection more with Psycho.
Okay.
You
No,
know,
that-
'cause he's got the
right.
mom's corpse down there, and he's trying to like beat her and keep her alive.
It's
in some way,
very much
so.
like that if you
Yeah.
think about it, except, with the added intent of having her being a dick-ripping zombie.
Here's a question for you, though.
You just keep going back to that.
It's just hysterical to me.
Here's a question for you, though. Why 40 years later?
Yeah, I also wondered that. Is that how long it takes to become a dean?
Is that how?
That's probably what he was. He was waiting for that status.
He just had
He
to
was
be a
10.
dean
He was
to pull
10 when
this
it
off.
happened, right? So that's what make him 50 exactly.
Well, let's look at all of the popular college films like Animal House. Who's always the bad guy?
Dean.
The dean.
The dean.
The dean.
So he had to wait to become the dean.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
And then he took this job as a dean at this school, and then he realized like, oh, these women here are always naked all the time, and he got like flashbacks, and he became psychotic.
I don't know.
I think
Dude,
he went
I don't have
into
an
it
answer
with-
to
Maybe
that
he
one.
purposely
He
picked
went
this
into
school
it with the
because of how
plan.
naked the women
He
were.
knew he could get away with it.
That's what it is.
Well, it's
He
not like he
knew
was
the way
like
with
they
it.
were just walking around naked in public and stuff. He was
Pretty much.
He was
I
going
mean-
into places where women normally get naked, like showers,
It was so funny.
locker rooms.
Because, like, this is the time when women would pass you notes that said, I want to do it in the pool, and you would, like, that guy turned her down, he was like, nah, and threw it away. And she went to the pool to do it in the pool. It's like, this never happens. And it was literally just that. I want to do it in the pool.
Oh, you know what? He did wait till he was the dean.
Why?
Think about it, dude. Every piece of information about the killings goes through the dean's office. It's like, here's a letter from the police officer straight from the dean's office. Like, every letter is from the dean's office.
We're piecing this film together.
Oh my god, this is good. I
And
was waiting
creating
for that to come in.
creating an actual reality to this.
Yeah.
We're giving
people-
this film
People
life.
people thought this film doesn't mean anything, but
It
you know
means
what?
a lot.
It does. It had a meaning, and he was just misunderstood.
He was a tortured soul.
He was a misunderstood director. He actually probably has a masterpiece on his hands
Yeah.
right here.
It was a translation error, is really what it was.
Maybe they should have called it Masterpiece.
Masterpieces. Masterpieces. That would be the sequel. Masterpieces.
Pieces. Masterpieces.
What do you think the body count was on this film?
See how many women die.
There's a lot, dude.
Maybe 10?
One.
There's a lot of people.
I'm gonna go the over under with 5.
I'll say 6.
I'm going to say 10.
I'm gonna say it's over 10. I don't know for a
I don't
fact.
think it's over 10.
There's no way. Over 10.
A girl dies twice. She
Well,
falls
one
into
of
a
the
mirror,
body,
and then
one
she
of the
gets
body
hacked in
parts.
half.
You
But
have a
that-
head, a torso, arms from another
But
woman.
he killed more people than
lower
than
end from another woman.
Yeah.
So what is that? 4?
I think it's like
Did he kill
probably 4 or
dudes?
5.
I feel like he killed.
No, he
like-
doesn't kill any dudes.
Yeah, he doesn't got a problem with dudes.
He didn't have-
dudes didn't beat him.
There
for
was
looking
no-
at
Man,
nudies.
it's
There was
good to-
literally
it's good
no
to be a
purpose
dude in
for him to-
83, huh?
Oh, here's a funny point.
Ex-
Here's a funny
except
point to
for
bring
Kendall.
up about the
Yeah.
puzzle.
What?
A funny thing to bring up about the puzzle is that scene takes place in 1942. Who believes that model on that puzzle is from 1942?
Yeah. She's got feathered hair, permed feathered hair.
You guys didn't buy that? I bought it.
And
I didn't fight it.
And there's a touch phone in that scene.
Was there?
Yeah.
I did not notice that.
Good
Look at
catch.
you.
Good
Look
catch.
at that. Finding just all kinds of
There's
nuggets.
gems. There's gems in this movie. I'm telling you.
All right, guys. When we come back, we're going to talk more about Pieces from 1983.
You see it?
Yes! While we were out here fumbling with that music, the lousy bastard was in there killing her! Bastard! Bastard! Bastard!
He cut that poor girl in half while she was still alive.
We're back and we're talking about Pieces, and I want to talk about the music real quick. And what a gem the music is.
Was it like music by Cam or something like that?
Yep,
That
it was
Yeah.
Cam.
Cam just felt like he was going to play whatever the fuck he wanted, whenever he wanted.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just the most random music
I remember
playing
thinking
throughout every scene,
during that scene,
except for the theme song.
during that scene when the marching band music is playing, it goes on for so
Forever.
long, and I didn't realize like they then incorporated it into the actual scene. I was like, are they just blasting marching band music? You know, and like then they're like, where's that coming from? I was like, oh shit! But it was so obvious. It was like over the top, overly done.
Overly crazy.
The music is so good. I legitimately don't remember any of it except the marching band music.
Yeah.
That's how memorable it is.
The music is.
And let's give it up to the groundkeeper for being a stickler for the rules.
Yeah.
He was just like, nobody can go in there. But the music has been blasting for an hour.
That's not
no
my
one's
job.
going in there.
That's what he says. That's not my job. There's somebody else for the sound and technical stuff.
Yeah.
And then he's like, nobody goes in there but me.
But you do have the key, right? Yes. Can you let us in? No, it's against the rules.
These aren't.
This is
my
gonna play for another
keys.
5 hours.
He's got bills to pay. All right. He's not trying to lose that
Yeah,
job.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
love the comedy.
Even though he's gonna get the same pay for no matter how long he's there, because of the contract they work.
I like how the
loved what
dean
I was
explains
just
that
gonna
to
say.
him. He explains to him how like
it's just
how
good
money
business.
works.
You might want to move on to something else sooner.
He was trying to get
True.
him off the campus. He was trying to save him.
Because he knew he was the biggest threat. He's like another man that's good with a chainsaw.
I
This
think
is
I think
not
he
gonna
was
work
trying.
out.
I think he was trying to
He's
protect him.
huge.
So because he thought, oh, people are going to think he's the killer right away.
He
I
beat
need to
up-
get him out of here fast so he doesn't get in trouble for my wrongdoings.
He beat up.
He's a really good guy
Yeah.
when it comes down to it.
Very-
He's a really decent dude.
Yeah,
I don't
beat
want to
up-
blame this guy.
it's thoughtful.
He beat up 2 cops, and he took a hit from a 2x4. I ain't taking him down. That's what it was.
Yeah, he knew that.
He was a
yeah.
beast, man.
He
didn't-
was.
Yeah,
Dude,
he
Willard was
beast.
a man beast.
Willard.
And the winky eye stare. I know I talked about it before, but that winky eye stare is things that magic film are made out of.
Yeah.
magic
Magic film.
Magic
Are you calling
film.
Pieces a magic film?
I may be.
Did we talk about did we talk about the bastard scene yet?
No, we haven't talked about the bastard scene yet.
Bastard! Oh my god,
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
that is so awesome.
It
That
is
scene is
my favorite
wonderful.
scene.
And there's such a pause between the second and third, like she was debating if she should go for a third one.
I was
like on the edge of my seat, like please do it one more time.
She made a good acting choice.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of dozing off during this one, but as soon as she started screaming "bastard," I popped back up and watched the whole rest of the movie.
The best part is like looking at the dude next to her, like he's just staring, like we're still rolling? Is that what's happening? Okay, we're just gonna let this go. Okay,
The killer was a real bastard, bro.
he was
Yeah.
a bastard.
That was like the straw that broke. You know.
It's like that classic scene of like the guy looking up into the sky and yelling, you know? It was
Totally.
like that, but
yeah,
perfectly done.
it was wonderfully terrible.
How are we rating this?
I don't know. What are we doing?
Chainsaws? Yellow chainsaws?
Chainsaws or puzzle pieces?
Wasn't my choice, so I'm
Well, it
going
wasn't
Oh,
any
it's
of
a
our
fan
choices.
pick.
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
fan
yeah,
pick,
fan
so
pick.
we got
It's
we gotta go
Enigma's 80
Enigma, what do you think?
I think he's feeling chainsaws.
I was thinking
All right.
puzzle pieces.
I like
Oh.
puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Pivotal
Wait a second,
part.
wait a second. His name is Enigma, which is a puzzle. We're going with puzzle pieces.
Boom! Thank you,
There it
logical
is.
Mike.
Thank you.
Logical mind.
So let's start off with Logical Mike and figure out what Logical Mike thought of this film.
Okay, so this film is a fucking disaster on every level, but it has an appeal. It certainly does. Like I can see myself watching this film again and laughing my ass off. Now, especially knowing what I've seen and just watching it again, and just watching the train wreck that this film is. I'm going to give it 3 puzzle pieces because I think it there's a reason this is a cult film, and I agree with the people It is so bad, it's good.
Chris.
Tough one for me to rate. I went into it loving it, then hating it, then loving it again, and I felt like I couldn't figure out exactly how I felt by the end of it, but it is so much fun to talk about because of all the ridiculousness that this film is, and the fact that it took itself so seriously, or tried to. I think there's so many quotes in here that I would love to bounce back and forth. So I thought I was going to give this a low rating, but I'm actually going to go up to a 3.5. I could watch this movie again. It's a little boring at some spots, but the campiness makes up for that. And the gore.
All right. I'm going to go next. I would have to say that I need to watch this movie again. Once was not enough. And I don't know if that's a bad thing. This was a terrible movie. It is a terrible, horrible excuse for a movie. But that's why it's so good. I don't know. It had a charm to it to where it just had me going, what did they just say? Did they just say what? So I'm gonna give it a 3.5 also.
All right,
cool.
Kyle.
Yeah, just like everybody has said in this room, this movie is terrible, but it is in that category. It's so bad it's good. You need to watch it again and again. Watch it with friends. Just there's so much to laugh at, and all the ridiculous scenes added into it. Yeah. It's terrible, but I enjoyed it, so I'm going to do 3 puzzle pieces.
3 puzzle pieces from Kyle, 3.5 from me, a couple from Chris.
Couple from Chris.
There you go.
I think mine was 3.5 too. We're all in about the same range on this
range.
film, it seems.
Yeah, it's not amazing, but it's fun.
I'd like to revisit it again.
Yeah.
We'll revisit it again. We'll do a future episode where we will actually watch it for a second time. And we'll come back and see what we think of it.
Should it be remade? That's what I want to know.
I think this is a sequel. I don't know about remade.
Yeah, it needs pieces too.
It needs pieces too.
More pieces.
Yeah.
More
the lost
pieces.
piece.
Yeah.
The lost
pieces
piece.
two. What would pieces 2 be? Just the same character doing the same type of thing?
It would be the Dean's
body.
son.
It's the body that's come to life to rip off the balls.
No,
like
no.
that. The ball
this takes
ripping
place. No, this takes
monster.
place 40 years later.
Oh.
And it's the Dean's son, the new Dean.
What does the Dean's son have to do with any of this?
Because, well, you didn't know he had a son and he raised him the same way.
No, that's stupid.
It doesn't have to make sense. You learned from this movie.
He was the accomplice the whole time in this movie.
Yeah, you didn't
Kendall
know.
was his son, probably.
Kendall
Oh
was
my
his
God.
son. And now he's a
Fan
crotchless
theory.
murderer.
Yeah.
And that's who's going to come back to kill because he's got his balls ripped off. So what else?
Then he's
going to
be piecing. He's going to be piecing together balls.
Yeah.
Oh, he's piecing
gonna be
together
putting-
balls, and now he kills men.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this movie.
They showed
idea.
full frontal
This is the
male
dumbest.
in this film.
Yeah,
They
full
did.
frontal male.
Well,
They did.
side male, I guess.
Side dick.
Side trunk.
A little side
trunk.
little side pickle going on.
All right, guys, we're going to be back, and when we do, we're going to play a game called Who the Hell Am I? We'll be right back. Hey guys, we're back, and we're going to play an old game that we used to play on some of our past episodes. If you want to check out some past episodes, you can actually go to our website, www.cultfilmandreview.com, and listen to past episodes because we know that iTunes doesn't have them all. This game is called Who the Hell Am I? We get 3 clues, and we get to guess who the hell they are. The first person to guess who is they are correctly gets the point. If you get it wrong, I don't remember what we did last time.
If you get it wrong, you get it wrong.
You get it wrong.
And
but
if
you get
everybody
one-
gets it wrong, if no one can figure it out, the person asking the question, he gets
Yes.
that point.
Yes.
That's right.
And we have to remember, you have to first tell us if this is a character or an actor so we can get our minds in the right spot.
Gotcha.
Sounds good.
Who wants to go first?
Cody, why don't you do it?
I'll go first. Okay. I'm a character.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I am several people. I mostly use a knife. And I watch you while we talk on the phone. Mike goes first.
Ghostface.
That is
Yes.
so correct. It is
Oh, I knew
Ghostface.
that.
Was it which gave it away?
Many people.
Many people.
I had a
gave it
feeling.
away?
I had it pretty much right off the bat. When you said phone, you were just dead giveaway.
Yeah, that's the dead giveaway right
Mike
there.
gets the point,
Give you
huh?
the easy one at the end.
Mike always gets the
I'm going 3 for 3 here, gentlemen.
Okay.
All right, Chris. Who the hell are you?
Okay. I am a character.
Character. Okay, I like this.
I don't hang coats.
I don't hang coats.
I'm very forward with my tall neighbor.
Okay.
Some call me Vince Clortho.
Lewis, that.
Damn it.
No idea.
Kyle.
Lewis Tully?
Yes!
Damn it.
I had no idea.
Oh, man.
Kyle gets the point.
What gave it away to you, Kyle?
Vince Clortho.
Vince Clortho.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Mike.
Okay.
I'm very
Who the hell are
forward
ya?
with my tall neighbor.
Here we go, gentlemen. I am a character.
Your character too. Okay, everyone's characters tonight so far.
That's right. The first clue is the greatest pleasure is pain. Go ahead.
Hellraiser or Pinhead, I mean?
Yeah, damn it.
Pinhead.
Oh my God!
I knew
it's
that
two
one.
for Kyle.
I knew that one. I knew that one too, though.
Cha-
I could win it right here.
cha-
I could win it right here
ching,
because this one's
cha-
worth double
ching.
the points.
Cashing
It's-
in. Cashing in.
This one's worth
I'm glad
double
I'm
the
worth
points.
double the points. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
I am an actor.
Okay.
Ving Rhames.
Well, you already gave away your
Cody
thing.
already gave out his
Goodbye.
answer.
Wait, no, wait. I don't get another answer. I thought
No.
there was multiple answers.
No, of course not.
You get one chance at guessing.
Oh, that was a joke then.
Yeah.
That was a joke. You didn't even say it. You
Hey, let's
didn't-
start over again.
Yeah.
I'm an actor.
Okay.
I wish you would have said Ving Rhames again. That would have been hilarious. My face is not my face.
Got
Mike.
it. Darkman.
No.
Damn it.
It's an actor, bro. It's an
Oh,
actor.
shit.
See, you got to pay attention to details. Cody,
John Travolta.
you fucking nailed it.
Whoa!
Face Off.
How'd you know? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Is that
also-
a
I
character?
also-
Well, to be fair, I was
character.
now. I probably wouldn't.
I also
I
wrote
wouldn't
disco
caught it.
dancing and somebody keyed my Malibu.
Oh, yeah.
We're double. That's double the points for me.
Why is it double the points?
Because I said it was double the
It's
points before you
tied.
answered the question.
It's a tie.
It's
It's
tied
tied.
between you
Oh.
and me.
Yeah, we
Okay.
both win. Double
So-
the points. I win.
What do we do?
We have
That's
to.
it.
We do nothing. We
We don't have a
show.
tiebreaker?
That was
We
the
end the
short.
show.
That was the
Tiebreaker,
shortest game we've ever
tiebreaker.
played. That was the shortest game we've ever played.
Okay, guys, it is time for the tiebreaker question. On one side, we have Kyle Smith. On the other, we have our host, Cody Everett.
This is worth triple the points.
This is worth, it doesn't matter, but okay, it's worth 100 times the points.
It could
100
be worth
times.
1 point and somebody would still
It's
win
worth-
at the end of
It's
it.
worth a
no,
win.
but yeah,
Infinity points.
But if I win,
Even
dude,
if it was worth a
if I-
quarter of a point, somebody
if
would
I
still
win,
win.
though, I want to win big.
All
Okay,
right.
it's worth 100 times the points
100 times the points.
for the highest score ever in Who Am I history.
Who the hell am I?
Who the hell am I?
History.
Okay, we're going on with this already. This guy,
Character or actor?
it's an actor.
'Kay.
It's an actor. The first clue is I'm an enthusiastic dancer. I'm enthusiastic.
You only get one guess. Son.
I know,
You
dude.
better, you better
Mike?
holster that hand. You better holster that hand.
Okay, ready for the second question or second statement. My security is unreliable. Cody Everett.
Patrick Swayze.
Oh, you are wrong.
Well, let's hear the third.
I have to
Okay.
hear the third because I don't have a guess yet.
Third, I was in a video game.
Patrick Swayze.
I was in a video game. My security
Is unreliable,
is unreliable.
and I'm an enthusiastic dancer.
Oh, I know.
Kevin Bacon?
No,
Lou Diamond Phillips.
no. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
What video game was he in?
Street
Street
Fighter.
Fighter.
Ah! I've been Van Daminated.
Wait, my security is.
Unreliable. He got knocked out by his own security guard
That's right.
in a club.
That's true.
Oh shit! I don't know anything about his personal life. That was a terrible question.
That was good.
All right, guys, that's our show for the week. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Enigma8014, for the fan pick. We really appreciated it. I know I found another movie that I will be watching again. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at ColdFilm_review. Also on Instagram under the same name. You can follow us on Facebook. Just look for Cold Film Review. You can follow Mike at
Mike Salucio on Twitter, or you can read some of the stuff that I write sometimes on friendlyneighborhoodfilmmaking.com.
And remember that you can listen to all of our old episodes on the website at www.cultfilmreview.com.
One more thing, if you have a fan pick, please submit them. We are happy to watch and review all of your suggestions, so keep them coming, guys.
Not all of them.
God damn it, Chris. Why do you gotta put a bad... Shut up.
Later, guys.